What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Mexico have started exactly how we wanted them to, winning the first two matches, securing 6 points and securing first place in the group. No matter what happens tonight against the Czech Republic, we are first. Nothing can change that. But is Mexico going to play Ochoa tonight, or are they going to play to the fans? We're going to cover that in this video and more.
Box 77, real takes, no filter, Jets, L3, fantasy cakes. Let's get into it.
The World Cup has been amazing so far. If you like what you see here and you want to see more World Cup content, please do like and subscribe on this video. It helps me out a lot. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. Mexico have started off exactly how we thought they would and exactly how we wanted them to, winning their first two matches against South Africa and South Korea. I was at that South Africa game. The vibes were immaculate. If you haven't seen my vlog already, I'll put that link in the video description below. Now, the games were not, they just didn't go the way we really wanted them to, in my opinion. They didn't play the best, right? It's South Africa. I feel like they needed that one more goal, and the Montes red card really kind of made me agitated at the end. And then the South Korea game was such a tight, gritty game. They got the win, though. I think that's really what all that matters, especially in this World Cup. In this World Cup, you see all these giants tying and not getting the result they wanted. So for Mexico to win their first two games, no matter the opponent, because there is no small opponent in this World Cup, I think it's massive. So Javier Aguirre in his pre-match press conference was asked if he's going to prioritize the game or he's going to play this game to the fans. Let's watch this video together and react to it. So
quisiera matizar el jugar bien. Es muy difícil los 90 minutos. Nosotros hemos tenido lapsos muy buenos de jugar bien, incluso hasta bonito, en partidos, en los dos anteriores. No hemos sido constantes, no hemos continuado jugando.
Definitely true.
Perdemos continuidad, mejor dicho, por un error, una pared, por un balón entregado, por una mala marca en un córner, y eso hace que uno no quede satisfecho del todo. No quiero decir bajo ninguna circunstancia que hemos jugado mal, no. Sí quiero decir que no hemos tenido durante 90 minutos en los dos partidos un juego que nos hayamos ido todos, incluido este que te habla, satisfechos. Hemos cometido errores evitables,
100%,
¿no? Y individuales y colectivamente. Entonces, sí, mañana, bueno, y lo de tribunero, pues es una... yo hace 30 años que soy entrenador o que me dedico a esto, y me encanta que la gente se vaya contenta, pero soy un entrenador de fútbol, no intento bajo ninguna circunstancia ganarme el elogio gratuito de ustedes o de la afición por otras cosas que no sea jugar bien y ganar partidos, ¿no? Que ese es el máximo elogio que puedo tener yo, que mis jugadores se vayan al vestidor contentos de lo que hicieron en el terreno de juego. Entonces, bueno, veremos mañana si somos capaces de tener continuidad, 90 minutos, de hacer un partido casi perfecto para agradar a la gente que viene por analogía y ganar el partido. Sería para mí un buen día, sí.
Again, Javier Aguirre isn't giving us shit. I mean, you don't know. Is Ochoa starting? You know how many times in this press conference they asked him that question? It just seems like he's prioritizing the game over playing to the fans, which in this, he's kind of trying to do both. He thinks by winning the game, you're going to make the fans happy. I think that is true, but I think you need to give Ochoa the minutes. I think you need to play Gil Mora, because you don't know. I think in general, Gil Mora might be able to provide that impact against teams like England, against massive opponents in the knockout phases. And I think it's time to experiment that a little bit. He's got a really hard task here. He's got to do both that and try to win the game, because if he loses this game, you do not want to go into the knockout phases losing this game. At worst, a tie, but it would be historic for Mexico to finish on 9 points. 100% would be historic. So I think that's priority number one, winning this game. Now, somewhere in there, you have to weave in playing making subs, keeping Johan Vasquez healthy, my opinion, the best player on this team. You have to weave in playing Gil Mora and giving him those minutes to try to gain that confidence for the kid, because I feel like he's such an important player for this team. And we haven't even seen him be that impact player. He's Mexico's most creative player, man. We have to see Gil Mora. And you also have to rest players like, I think Raul probably deserves a rest. Santi Jimenez could play. I don't know. It doesn't seem like Javier Aguirre is giving us much in that aspect. Another player that probably deserves a lot of rest is Roberto Alvarado. 100%. As much as I bash Roberto Alvarado in this channel, I hated Roberto Alvarado. I did not want to see him play. He is such an important player for this team, man. Not in that offense, even in that offensive prowess, he provided a couple assists. I think the first assist to Raul's goal against South Africa, but he provides a tactical defensive. He drops back to help the team. He's so important for this team in the knockout phases that now we got to rest on Roberto Alvarado, I think, to play him in the next few games. Who can you rotate in? I don't know. Maybe Alexis Vega on the left, and again for Quiñones, and then Chino Huerta on the right. Or I think Alexis Vega is very capable of playing right wing. So, but again, none of those players provide the impact that Roberto Alvarado does defensively in a game that he talks about this later in the video. This team is the tallest team we're going to play for so far, and they're one of the tallest teams in the World Cup. So that's also extremely important. God forbid he starts at Bebote Martinez because of that. But it's just truly important. This game's massive. They cannot tactically F this up, because if you make a lot of changes tactically, you might not be as strong. But yeah, Javier Aguirre has a massive task on his hand. He has to, at the same time, make subs, to rest their players, but he cannot. I don't think you can lose this game, because if you don't want to go into the knockout round losing, the final game in your group. Now, this would be my ideal lineup. A few changes. I hope this would be the case, but let's talk about it. In the net, obviously, I would have Ochoa. Who knows? It could be Talarangel, and Ochoa can get those minutes at the end of the game. Hopefully, that's the case. I wish he would have done it in the first match. That would have been so cool to see. Anyways, the big major change here in our defense is Mateo Chavez on the left. I think that's very possible, and one of the most likelier changes we're going to see, giving Gallardo that rest for the next few, the knockout phase. And then, in the defense, nothing really changes. Jorge Sanchez on the right, although maybe Israel Reyes could start there. But I think with starting Johan, you're going to want Israel Reyes on the bench. So in the second half, you can probably swap out Johan and Israel Reyes, avoiding any further necessary, injury or yellow card or red card or whatever. Now, in the midfield, big change that Javier Aguirre has talked about and that he has been impressed by this player, Obed Vargas. I think he's going to start. Now, he's been playing so well. He came in against South Korea, almost had a banger. I can see that happening. Obed Vargas starts in the midfield alongside Edson Alvarez and Eric Lira. I think it's important to have these two. If you're going to start Obed Vargas, and as you can see, spoiler alert, Gil Mora on the right wing, you need to have two players like Edson Alvarez and Eric Lira against a team like the Czech Republic that are physical, to help that defense out. They're going to be the ones that drop back, and then you're going to have Obed Vargas as a center mid, and Gil Mora on the right wing to be that creative, outlet for this team. And realistically, you can see Gil Mora on the right wing drop more to a, cam number 10 position, and be creative for this team, and something this team really needs. And I think we need to test this out, because God knows Gil Mora might be worthy of a start in the knockout phases. Although more likelier than not, you're probably going to see Roberto Alvarado start on the right wing again, maybe. But I think he deserves a rest, and I don't want to play Chino Huerta on that side. I already know what Chino Huerta is. It doesn't really excite me as a player. Also doesn't really provide anything tactically as much as Gil Mora would do for the midfield. Raul as a striker, I don't think that changes. People are reporting Santi Jimenez is going to start. It could happen, especially with Santi Jimenez's all his like endorsement deals and shit. You see him on all the commercials for Mexico or whatever. Maybe. I'm still projecting Raul to start, and then on the left wing, Quiñones, because Alexis Vega could start there, but he slows the game down a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see Alexis Vega play there, but I don't think so. I think we get Quiñones, Raul. Raul still needs to get some goals in this World Cup, man. Give him another one tonight. Yeah, so this is my projected lineup to start for this Czech Republic game. So Mexico left a lot to be desired in the last two games. That's my projected lineup for this game, and it would make the fans ecstatic if we saw both Obed Vargas and Gil Mora in the lineup. Comment what you guys think about my lineup down below. If you like what you saw, please do like and subscribe on this video. It helps me out a lot. Thank you guys for watching.
Calles de la ciudad, la ilusión vuelve a despertar, verde, blanco y rojo al viento, se siente fuerte el sentimiento, desde el barrio hasta el Azteca, una pasión que nunca